Hello guys, this is a small review slash installation guide for idiots slash how I broke my video card vlog, in which I'll show you bykski water cooling solution all in one, and I have to say a lot about this piece of crap. And first thing I'm going to address is this fan. It is 6-pin connected fan with addressable RGB, and it is single speed fan. It can only be controlled with a remote that comes in the bag. It can read color from your motherboard, but it cannot read speeds from your motherboard. And it only has 3 active states: silent, average noise, and attack helicopter sound. So if you can, I advise you to purchase a water cooling kit without those fans and use something else instead. The radiator in this kit is aluminum and it goes with 3-pin pump connector. There is also a wire coming out of your video card, it's for RGB. And there is basically nothing you can connect to the video card itself, so I don't like this design at all. There are 2 stickers holding the tubes. One sticker on the left is damaged, and the tube on the left is damaged as well. But luckily there is no water leakage. Now, manual on the assembly sucks fucking ass. There are 6 screws holding the backplate, and this is important to remember. When you install those screws, don't use washers. Don't use washers at all, guys. Just tighten them so they are not touching any metal. Leave some space. Only fix them so they hold thermal pads, but don't over tighten them. And don't use washers, guys, I beg you, because you will damage your video card. Manual on the assembly of this water cooling kit does not have proper information about how you should use the screws and other elements. It doesn't even use 3080 Founders Edition model. So it's important to see that there are 2 screws on the left holding the mounting plate, in addition to the screws you insert to the plastic. Also 2 screws in the middle that will tighten your contact with the actual chip. And there are also 2 screws on the back of the video card, which are not contacting the video card itself, but are just holding the back plate. So if you follow the freaking retarded manual on the website, you would think that you need to use washers and these nuts or screws with springs attached to them on those 2 holes in the middle. But this is fucking wrong. Don't fucking do this. First of all, the washers are too big, and when you start screwing in, you will get damage. Those washers, despite they are very small and seems to be soft, they will clip out all those conductors or resistors, I'm not sure what kind of element this is. And despite the screws will come into the hole nicely, they will damage the video card. So don't use those screws with springs on those 2 holes. And don't put washers into those holes, because those washers that are coming in the package are too big and they will not even affect how the holding is done. And the whole instruction manual is just pointless. Those 2 holes are meant for backplate mounting. Don't use them with those springy screws as the manual implies. Only use plastic washers with 4 screws around the chip itself, and don't use washers with anything else. You can see what will happen with your card if you follow the manual, which doesn't match your card. And considering the prices of those cards now, it will be a really expensive mistake. And I really regret I chose the bykski just because they are cheaper. Not having a proper manual for a premium product is like retarded. So the card works without those 2 elements, but on cheaper motherboards it will work in PCI Express 4X mode. And with more expensive chipsets, like 470X, it will be able to work in 8X mode, but in PCI Express 8X you will lose around 20% of performance. So the master has performed the repair, and you can see 2 new elements which differ in color at the place where they were torn apart. You can see a small line in between the 2 elements. This was from my attempts to fix those. And you can see 2 scratches, one below the logo and one inside the logo. Those scratches, as I was explained to, were made to test the circuit integrity at the place of the soldered elements. And those lines are going inside the PCB and supposedly into the video chip itself. And after a lot of stress, this video card is working. It's cooled with this bykski radiator with integrated pump. The pump is actually freaking noisy. And I replaced fans with Noctua fans, 120mm each, and this is what I have at stock settings in superposition benchmark at water-cooled video. I didn't optimize fan curves yet, I'm going to do this soon.